Listen, everybody, I think every single Canadian needs to know this, and we need to tag all the important people like CSIS, RCMP, and all the news agencies, because this is a story that needs to get out there. And it's definitely not getting enough attention. During the whole crisis of 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, Mark Carney was publicly announced as the advisor to Justin Trudeau. At the same time, he was vice chairman and head of investment for Brookfield Asset Management, a massive investment firm, when even Brookfield has done many deals, including Mark Carney making those deals with China. So if you didn't get what I just said, while advising the Liberal government back in 2020 and having deep ties to global financial interests, including foreign state-linked deals, he was advising the Liberal government during the most vulnerable time in Canadian history, COVID-19 pandemic. During that time, he held major board positions in 24 different companies, which I've made several videos on this, but for instance, like Stripe in 2021, G-Funds with accelerating the decarbonization of the world. He was the co-founder of that. Those two alone don't tell me that there was no influence at all on the Canadian Liberal government while he was there informally advising them when he publicly stated that. In 2023, he then became Canada's 2020 think tank chairman, which is directly linked to the Liberal government. And may I remind you again, while holding 24 board and advisory positions internationally. In September 9th, 2024, he officially, on the books, became chair leading task force on economic growth for the Liberal government, our federal government. Now not being behind the scenes anymore, but on the books and clearly stated on the Liberal government. Then January 15th of 2025, he finally comes out in the public and states, because he's now running for office at that time, that he has resigned from all of his board and advisor positions. After a full 5-year overlapping influence, he finally resigned from all those corporate positions. Only then, after years of guiding our economic and recovery policies. So let me ask you this. Is it okay with someone with that much global power, with connections to foreign governments and private financial interests, to be shaping Canadian policies for 5 straight years? Even at the first time in 2020, during the COVID-19, he wasn't officially on the books. He had power to access and influence. That's a conflict of interest. That's a threat to Canadian sovereignty. And it's all out in the open. And nobody's talking about it. Even back in 2020, he is considered a foreign interference if he isn't officially on the books as advising Justin Trudeau. You can't hold 24 international board positions and advise a Canadian government while having all those board positions internationally and not be foreign interference. We deserve better as Canadians. We deserve transparency. And we most definitely deserve to ask these questions and demand the answers. This video needs to get out. So do your part. Tag every news agency. Tag every single investigator and make them do their job. Hold them all accountable. Because it just seems by now that we are just being played. And nothing's going to be done about it because nobody wants to speak up and use their voice. While I'm here, I've done it. I've laid out the facts. I've shown the proof. So work with me and let's make this spread. I love you all and God bless.